Injuries are a part of sports and an inescapable inevitability. Injuries are always lurking, just waiting to alter a game, to end a season, or to cut a career short. Some injuries proved to be so toxic in NBA history that they ended the stardom and promising careers of young players in no time. Brandon Dwayne Roy, an American basketball coach and former player himself, was selected 6th overall in the 2006 NBA Draft. Brandon's career story is very touching and depressing for basketball fans. You hate to talk about it because due to unfortunate incidents, a bright career ended in a very short time. He was Rookie of the Year and made it onto All-Star teams during the short span of 6 years. When he entered the league, his road to the NBA wasn't an easy one, but he was destined to become a successful superstar. He reached legendary status during 2008-2009, but when we talk about NBA stars' careers cut short or eventually ended due to scary injuries, he ranks near the top. A truly dynamic player, he couldn't make it to the 2011-2012 season and was forced to retire due to his degenerating knee condition. The miserable and ill-fated thing about this injury is that there's no special treatment to heal it. An impingement in his knee kept him out of numerous games in which he could make his mark as a rookie. But to his bad luck, this injury bug didn't take long to bite his shining career. In 2008, he injured his ankle for the first time in the final game of All-Star Weekend, which ultimately affected his 2008 season. He had to go through surgery during the 2008-2009 season in order to remove cartilage from his left knee, and due to the rehabilitation process, he remained out for weeks from the game. In 2009, as he was signing contracts of millions, his achievements got overshadowed by another injury, a straight meniscus tear in his right knee, and he underwent surgery again. Just 26 years young and a passionate player at that time, he was left with only 2 years in a best-case scenario because his knees were now bone on bone, no cartilage left, no movement, only pain. He underwent a total of 6 surgeries on his knees and retired from the NBA and became a head coach of a team in 2016. Yao Ming, a Chinese basketball player and former professional player, was selected by the Houston Rockets with the 1st overall pick in round 1 of the 2002 NBA Draft. Yao Ming announced his retirement from the basketball world in 2011, exactly 9 years after his franchise-changing talent got shut down by a series of injuries. The impact this former Houston superstar made during his 9 seasons in the NBA is undeniable. A very polished and offensive shooter of his time, he piled up 8 All-Star selections, 2 All-NBA second-team nods, and an NBA All-Rookie first-team selection during his short yet inspiring career. Though his basketball career was cut short, he proved himself to be among the elite. He was definitely meant to be the next big thing after his selection into the NBA, but in his 4th season he started facing major problems. First, osteomyelitis in his left big toe, for which he had surgery in December of 2004, which kept him out of the game for many weeks. The pioneer of Chinese basketball with notable size and talent broke a bone in his left foot and other nagging issues with his lower body, which kept him out of the game for a long time. And a left foot fracture exactly 4 months after his surgery was another difficult task for him. He fractured his right knee in December of 2006, which was another terrible injury that led him towards retirement. The most recent and final injury that proved to be a tipping point towards retirement was a fracture in his left foot near the tail end of 2010, and the Rockets decided to keep him out for the rest of the season due to his deteriorating health. Ming's career was cut short due to these injuries, and in 2011 he retired from the league, and he became one of those NBA players who could have been so much more if he stayed. His retirement sparked a wave of disappointment and shock among his fans. Greg Oden, a former professional basketball player, was the 1st overall pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, but due to his bad luck, he missed his entire rookie season, and he wasn't able to play his first ever game in the NBA due to his season-ending microfracture surgery of the right knee. It was the first time in NBA history that the number 1 overall pick missed his rookie season. At the beginning of the 2008-2009 season, he finally took the step and started playing. In his debut, he went scoreless due to an ill-fated foot injury he suffered after just 13 minutes on the court against the Los Angeles Lakers. He returned against the Miami Heat after a few weeks off, but things took a drastic turn in February of the same season when he collided with Corey Maggette knee-to-knee, which ultimately led to an injured kneecap on the 12th of February. Things were just not the same for him when he returned to the court. He simply missed too much time due to consecutive injuries. In December 2009, he suffered his career-ending injury in which his knee got fractured again, and he had to undergo microfracture surgery on both knees in November of 2010. Due to this surgery, he had to miss the entire 2011-2012 season. Before we continue, if you want a chance at winning free prizes, then make sure to check out the first link in the description. Once you finish watching the whole video, comment down below which NBA player you wish could have played a full career. Like and share the video, as this will increase your chances of winning. Danny Granger got selected with the 17th overall pick in round 1 of the 2005 NBA draft. He was a great star in the basketball world until a series of horrible injuries betrayed him. Once upon a time, he was a young, rising star who couldn't touch the sky due to multiple knee and foot injuries. He was considered one of the league's best players, and he was named an All-Star and the league's most improved player in 2009. A long, athletic wing player capable of guarding multiple positions, creating off the dribble, and spreading the floor, went through a tough time when he started suffering injuries in the 2010-2011 season. Due to those injuries, he managed to only play 62 games. At the start of the 2012-2013 season, he suffered from left knee tendinosis, which kept him limited to just 5 games. Back-to-back injuries during the 2013-2014 season, including his left knee strain, forced him to take a break again. He managed to make only 29 appearances with the Pacers that season, and the Pacers announced his knee condition and his break until February from the game because he was receiving an injection in his left knee to treat left patellar tendinosis. He was finally waived by the Detroit Pistons in October of 2015 without playing a single game for them, ending his NBA career. Jamal Mashburn, a former American basketball player known as Monster Mash, was a prolific scorer of his time and was selected 4th overall in the 1993 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. This highly acclaimed and professional player was 6'8" and played 12 seasons in the NBA. He could make his mark when able to give his best, but his career was cut short due to constant knee problems caused by multiple terrible injuries over his career. He was one of those players who had success early on in their careers when he joined the Mavericks. He quickly became a top player and a sensation in the basketball world, but he dealt with injuries during his 3rd season in the NBA, which made him miss a lot of games. But he was able to overcome those early injuries, making an All-Star appearance in the 2002-2003 season when he played all 82 games. In the 2004-2005 season, he had to miss the whole season due to a terrible knee injury. When his past season ended, his strenuous work routine and activity caused the knee to swell badly. He thought he could get better with rest, but the situation got more serious when doctors said several MRIs indicated he had worn out cartilage in his right knee, which caused his bones to grind together with bruising and irritation. They said more activity might aggravate the situation, so he had a microfracture surgery which forced him to retire in March of 2006 after 2 inactive seasons. The youngest Los Angeles Lakers star, Andrew Bynum, made his debut in the 2005 NBA draft. He was the youngest player to ever appear in an NBA league, a former All-Star, and 2-time champion during the 2009 and 2010 finals. On January 13, 2008, he suffered a severe injury which partially dislocated his left kneecap. He was laying on the floor on the court and screaming. This was just the beginning of his scary knee problems. He underwent arthroscopic knee surgery, which limited him to only 50 games. At that time, he was considered one of the top big men in the league, but he suffered from weak knees syndrome and was never the same after his surgery. On January 31, 2009, just over a year after his knee surgery, he suffered another injury in which he tore his MCL in his right knee. His knee condition was so terrible that at the ripe old age of 24, he developed arthritis, and his career was cut short just after a few seasons. Jonathan Bender, an immensely popular former professional NBA player, made his debut in 1999 with the 5th overall pick in round 1 of the NBA draft. After playing for only 7 years in the NBA, his promising career was cut short, and he was sidelined by the league due to his excruciating knee pain caused by multiple leg injuries he suffered over the decade. His skill and talent was undoubtedly outstanding since he was lean and lanky with athleticism that was unusual for someone standing 7 feet tall. Many fans considered him a second Kevin Durant due to their physical resemblance. At the very young age of 25, he announced his retirement due to the series of knee injuries that nearly made him unable to practice and do any activity in the game. His fans were hopeful that he was destined to be a superstar when he broke the scoring record of Michael Jordan in the McDonald's All-American game. But his deteriorating knee condition plagued his career and limited his talent in the basketball world. His joint pain and bad knees killed his career in the NBA, but built his career as an entrepreneur, as now he's the CEO and product inventor at JB3 Innovations and creator of MedPro, a device used to strengthen muscles to relieve back, knee, and hip pain. Actually, all the health issues which caused him to leave his passion. sad and inspiring at the same time, right? Don't forget to click the first link in the description and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to watch the next video that appears on your screen.